You have been really kind with my introduction and with your words. I'm so grateful for this introduction. I don't think I deserve such applause, but I'm really grateful for your words. As I have been given the 10 minutes, I will be confining myself to the 10 minutes or 9 minutes only. I will adhere to the deadline. First of all, it gives me immense pleasure to be in this prestige college of Gwalior. I am from Bundelkhand. I was born and brought up in villages and towns of a district called Chhatarpur. So I have done even my schooling from there, Navodaya Vidyalaya Chhatarpur. And believe me, in my place, Gwalior is treated like for a Delhiite what importance Cambridge, Oxford, or London has for people of Chhatarpur, for people of Bundelkhand. The same prominence is given to colleges of Gwalior. And in our rural side, Prestige College has a lot of reputation. So if someone is studying in a Prestige college, then we look that person with a lot of respectability. So this is my connection to this college. Like it's a pleasure, it's an honor to be here and speaking on this occasion because every time I come to Delhi, I have been coming to Delhi since 2011. I started to come to Delhi for critical college education, then law faculty, then this litigation. Every time I start my journey from my home, I crossed Gwalior. So Gwalior is very, very much in my imagination. A part of my family lives in Gwalior. So the connection with Gwalior is very real. I honestly wanted to come there physically, but the commitment, professional commitment is such that you find it difficult. But by God's grace, you have technology, and we people, despite all the odds, can sit here and interact with each other. So first of all, like what's the feeling of being here? I shared it with you. And as participants are here, I will address them. Participants, I will say that I have been a debater in my school, in my college. I have done two or three moots, but I have not been a very ardent mooter, but I have been a debater. Like I love debates. Whenever I saw something on notice board, I will make a note of it. I will go to that particular college or place to debate. And believe me, this participation in debates, in moot courts, in mock court, it gives you something extra. You go to a new place, you find yourself in a very different setting, and then you try to deliver, you try to perform. And believe me, this is what litigation is all about. This is what a lawyer's job is. You never know when you will get a call to go a certain state to a different city. You will go there. Sikandar Sil will agree with me here that you will go to a new city. You will find connection with the colleagues. You will stand in a court wherein you might even not be understanding the local language. Like in June, I found myself suddenly standing in a court on Pune, and everyone there was speaking in Marathi. But this debating experience, this experience of going in different new places and trying to perform, trying to do something, had taught me that, okay, I can manage. And somehow I managed and got the desired results of getting a bail for a young boy. So, first of all, people who are participating, they are doing something good. Participation gives you experience, and that experience remains with you. Believe me, these results won't matter a lot to you today. But 5 years down the line, 7 years down the line, you will never remember these results. You will remember the participation. So the participation is very important, and the important part you have already done. Second thing, I will come to directly arbitration as it's the topic today. ADR, as we know it, alternate dispute redressal. So arbitration is one facet of that particular thing. It's emerging. It gives you international exposure. India globalized its economy in 1990s. So in 1990s, we said that we will do the business with the world. World will come here. We will go to the world. So we see a lot of international companies in India, Walmart. We see Amazon. So many international companies. So many international company cars of international companies. So it's very much here. So whenever we are doing international business, these disputes are bound to occur. And whenever these disputes happens, arbitrations take an international color. We call them international arbitration. I wanted to emphasize it. See, the IT, information technology branch in engineering, in IITs, in NITs, gives you a ticket to US, UK, to the Europe. You can go to the world, you can study, you can earn a decent amount of money. Same is with the international arbitration. It is IT of litigation. It is IT of advocacy. If you master this field, if you become an international arbitrator, you become a lawyer, you become associated with this in any manner whatsoever, then believe me, the sky is the limit. You can go to London, you can go to Singapore, you can go to Dubai, you can work, you can earn on international basis. So believe me, this arbitration can open real windows for you, real doors for you. And once you start working in this, sky is the limit. It's IT of like of litigation. Like it's the new big thing happening. And if you choose it rightly, if you do the right amount of work, then believe me, the sky is the limit. And like I will talk about like how should you approach any work. Like you are doing the Moot. Tomorrow you will join a law firm, you will join a litigation chamber. How should you approach this whole thing? I will say one thing, that research is very important. As a legal professional, you could be a litigator, you could be a judge, you could be a law firm associate, eventually a partner, you could be a legal researcher in Supreme Court or High Court, you could be in any of these dimensions. But one thing will always remain with you is research. You need to research things well. We are living in the era of information. We have chat gpt, we have perplexity, we have artificial intelligence with us. So it has become very easy to access the information. But believe me, accessing the information and analyzing the information, both things are very different. And as a lawyer, as a legal professional, it's your responsibility to analyze the information. And believe me, once you have a lot of information, it becomes critical to analyze that information. It's very easy to file a petition of 600 pages, but it's very difficult to point out one relevant page to the Honorable Court and three relevant lines from that page to the Honorable Court. And if you are able to do it, that is where you get the reliefs. That is where you get the recognition. That is where you convince the other person that you have done some work. So in this era of information, research has become very important. That you have the information, but you need to have the skills to assess and analyze this information and try to cull out something which is very necessary. That's one thing. And second thing is drafting. Nowadays, I am seeing that a lot of people are even relying on artificial intelligence to do the basic drafts. Okay, it gives you a draft very fast, but believe me, there could not be any replacement to drafting by a human hand, drafting by a human effort and human creativity. If you are writing a letter to someone, if you write it by your own, and if you use some machine, the difference is visible to anyone and everyone. So here I will say that you can use AI as a servant, you can use AI to do the work, but believe me, if you are not vetting it properly, then you are something missing out. Everyone can make out who has done this work. So I will say that keep your drafting authentic. Whenever you are drafting something, make the real efforts. And as far as drafting is concerned, cut, copy, paste has become a menace to drafting. You will see that small drafts, which could be written in two pages or like one pages in four paragraphs, you could find them written like over like 40 pages, 30 pages. This should not be happening. Like the virtue is in brevity. If I can say something like in 5 minutes, I should try to say it in 5 minutes only. There is no point of speaking or writing for like 40 pages or like 40 minutes and not making a point. Like if you are writing something, then you shall have 2 3 targets that what you want to say, and you need to sum them up as brave as with the use of brevity. Like I will say that like that the lesser the better, the lesser the better as far as drafting is concerned. Write less and write to the point. And from drafting and research, I will come to arguments, and that's applicable to arguments only. Like I was supposed to give an address of 10 minutes here, and I had a broad feeling in my mind, a broad structure in my mind. But to be in the time frame, I noted down all these points on a sheet so that I don't waste your time, so that I don't miss out points or I don't waste your time. And I say what I wanted to say. So whenever you are speaking, please adhere to deadlines. Like in India, like we are very lax with deadlines. But if you go to UK, I had the occasion and fortune to go there and work as a Pegasus fellow in the courts of United Kingdom. Two, three things I found out. First of all, they are always on time. Like if they say 9 a.m., it means 8:45 a.m. You can't go there at 5 minutes past 9. They will never appreciate it. We are somehow very lax with time. So that's one thing we can learn from them. And second thing, adherence to the deadlines. They always adhere to the deadlines. They don't go for adjournments as we go. Like there is a word called adjournment at the drop of the head. It doesn't happen there. I think we can learn from this thing that we need to work on adjournments and timelines. And whenever you are speaking, you need to have the courtesy and politeness. Like you need to be respectful towards your colleagues, to the chair, and to everyone present. Someone, if younger to you, subordinate to you, you need to remain courteous, because if you are polite, if you are courteous, then whatever you are saying, speaking carries certain moral force. So you need to be logical, you need to be full of analysis. Same time, you need to have certain degree of structure. You need to have adherence to the timelines. At the same time, you need to be polite. When you are polite, people become receptive of what you speak. They tend to receive it in a better manner. So when you speak well, like by raising your voice, you don't make a nice argument. Your argument shall carry the depth. Like your voice can remain normal, but your arguments can carry that depth. So that's one thing I wanted to say. And I will stop by giving a small warning to the people who are trying to have a career in litigation. So let me say it with all honesty. I won't put any sugarcoating on it. See, litigation as it exists in India is a very tough landscape. So if you don't have people in your family who are lawyers, who are judges, and if you are trying to have a career in litigation, believe me, you will have a tough time. I am not saying it's impossible. I am a first generation lawyer. I don't have any lawyers whatsoever in my family. I come from rural Bundelkhand, and believe me, if it was not for the subsidized education in a government residential school called Navodaya Vidyalaya, if it was not for the academic scholarship in Krodimal College, Delhi University, academic scholarship in Faculty of Law, Delhi University, I would not have reached this place. So I thank this country for teaching me, for subsidizing my education. But at the same point of time, I will say that if you want to become a lawyer in this country, it's very tough. It's not impossible. If you have determination, if you have the will to work hard, if you respect your seniors, if you are courteous to your colleagues and younger colleagues, you will eventually find a place. But believe me, the journey is difficult. It's full of struggles. So anyone who is trying to have a career in litigation, please prepare yourself. It will take at least 2 to 5 years to create some space for you. But believe me, if you find out, if you survive these 2 to 5 years, then believe me, the sky is the limit. With the time, things get easier, you get recognition, and everything becomes smooth. But the initial phase is very difficult. So I leave you with a warning. I'm not discouraging you. I'm saying that young people like you, the young people from rural background, young people from hinterlands are needed in this space. This space, as we go up, it's primordial, and at the top, like people belonging to certain categories, people belonging to certain classes are only found. I want and I hope, as the constitution of India says, that everything in this country has to remain representative. So I hope that young people from all backgrounds come, join litigation, and make this profession representative. And like our bar represents, our judiciary represents all the citizens of the country. So with this, within the time